Hey everybody, it's been a while since I posted a video, but I recently just picked up a new RC. There's been a lot of buzz about this new Jetwood 114 truck, and I thought it would be a good idea for me to grab one. I currently have two other 114 scale RC trucks. They are LC Racing monster trucks. One used to be mine, the other used to be my son's. But now my daughter just turned 6 and I'm getting her into the hobby, so I gave her mine and thus needed a new truck for myself. Saw a couple of videos about this online and came across a smoking deal on Amazon for about $114 shipped to my front door. So I went ahead and I pulled the trigger. This is not going to be an unboxing. This is going to be more of my journey on where things are going with this truck. With that being said, here she is, and this is how she currently sits. So she's brand new. She hasn't even hit any dirt yet, and I'm already starting to have some issues which prompted upgrades. The first issue is I tried to install the receiver for my Sound One radio, and it didn't work out so well. For some reason, I could not get this speed controller to recalibrate based on the instructions in the manual. So I made sure that the throttle on my Sanwa was at 0 and there was no trims or anything like that. Tried several times based on the instructions in the manual and could not get this ESC to go into calibration mode. I don't know if it's some sort of a proprietary speed controller that works only with this radio and receiver. I've never heard of anything like that before, but I don't know. It could be anything really. Who knows, right? That being said, I went ahead and I decided to pull out the entire thing. So there's the receiver. I'm connecting it to the radio so that they stay together. And here's the ESC. I went ahead and I pulled off the receiver box. I don't have a need for that. I don't mess with water and radio controlled vehicles, just not my thing. And then while I was at it, I found some new turnbuckles, which are over here. These were pretty inexpensive on Amazon as well. Unfortunately though, they did not come with the countersunk M2.5 screws, so I had to order a kit on Amazon. I'm waiting for those screws to come in so that I can finish the installation. But they're actually really nicely machined. I had to mark them. That's which one was right, which one was left. I got tired of holding them up to see which was which. The bearings fit in perfectly. And as you can see, they're the CVDs right there. So back to this speed controller issue and not being able to use my Sanwa radio. There was initially a plastic tray that comes out, kind of like a little square here that that ESC sat on, and it takes up a lot of mounting room, depth-wise or height-wise. So I thought it'd be a good idea to see if I could remove it. Well, it sits on this little plastic tray right here. And this tray runs all the way up and down the body. It's connected to the servo mount and is also a part of the plastic battery tray that you see right here. So I had to pull the whole damn thing out. And the way that I did that is I had to remove the entire rear clip of the car and then all these screws underneath the body, which are all coarse threaded screws, which I'm not too excited about. Some people call them self-tapping screws. I call them coarse threaded as opposed to the machine threaded screws like this, right? And once again, this is M2.5 with a 1.5 hex. But the coarse threaded screws, I'm not excited about. They're everywhere. They do have that 1.5 millimeter hex, but yeah, I mean, pretty cheap. But once again, 114 bucks, so I'm not gonna cry about it. Got this tray out, cut it off, and then I tried to sand this down as flush as possible to make it nice, which, you know, pretty good. Well, it didn't take me that long to do it, but that's what we came up with. I'm hoping that once the new ESC comes in, I'll have a little bit more mounting depth, and then I can just 3M it directly to the chassis here, which shouldn't be an issue. Now, what ESC did I go with? Well, I looked long and hard. Initially, I was going to get a 60 amp Hobby Wing ESC for about $50. And then I happened to come across a sale on RC Juice. They have a 45 amp, I think it's called Hobby Star is their house brand. Yeah, 45 amp Hobby Star ESC centerless, and they had it on sale for $19. So for $19, I figured, why not give it a shot? That way I can use my receiver and calibrate it to my receiver and radio, and then not have to worry about this whole setup over here. So that is currently en route. I did have to get some 3.5 millimeter female thingamajiggies here so that I can solder those to the new ESC and then connect a motor. So once I have all that done, I will do a follow-up video so we can see where my journey has progressed to and what's going on with this truck. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye now.